Now, before I go any farther in the course, I want to touch on something that a lot of people are very interested in, and that is SQL Server 2008 certifications from Microsoft. And you just have to stop and take a long, slow look at this because it is a bit confusing if you're a newcomer, and especially the way Microsoft has it listed on their website right now, it can really confuse you. So let me step you through it. The bottom line is that Microsoft divides their SQL Server certifications into three main areas of SQL Server. And they've done a good job here because this is a good way to look at SQL Server. The first one is administration, and it involves preparation for installation or upgrade to SQL Server, maintaining the data files, setting up automated tasks, and so forth. Then they see development as another aspect of SQL Server. And with development, they're talking about really database programming. They're talking about using Transact SQL. They're talking about using some of the .NET stuff. They're talking about stored procedures, views, and all that sort of thing. The bottom line is anything that involves some code that manipulates the data or maintains the database. And so development is the second area. And then the third one is business intelligence, which to the rest of us means data warehousing in some form or another. And notice they call this analysis services. And then the second aspect of business intelligence after data warehousing is reporting services. If you've never seen Microsoft reporting services, you owe it to yourself to take a look at that. It is a really cool deal. It builds reports very easily. It does it kind of in a Visual Studio type environment. It saves these reports in XML format for the layout and formatting of those reports, and then it makes calls to the database and pulls the data. It can do all kind of cool stuff. I won't turn this into a reporting services video. And then integration services. Now, this is the tool that we're going to use. It's an ETL tool, extract, transform, and load. It will pull data from just about any data source that you've ever going to find and put it just about anywhere you want to put it, and then do all kind of manipulations along the way. So that's the three areas that Microsoft divides SQL Server in for certification, and you can become certified in any one or all three. Now they have one MCTS, Microsoft Certified Technical Specialist exam in each of these areas of expertise. If you want an MCTS in administration, you'll take exam 70-432, and that's entitled SQL Server 2008 Installation and Maintenance. Now make a note that all of these are for SQL Server 2008, and when a later version comes out, Microsoft may or may not require you to take more exams to certify on that next level of the product. For the development part, the MCTS exam is exam 70-433, and this is SQL Server 2008 Database Development. And then on the Business Intelligence MCTS, it's 70-448, SQL Server 2008 Business Intelligence Development and Maintenance. So that what most people do in real life is pick one of these, say administration, and they will go take that and get that MCTS exam. Now once you've got that MCTS exam passed, you now hold the certification of a Microsoft SQL Server Administration MCTS. You're now a technical specialist on that bit of functionality. Now, the really cool thing to do is to go ahead and after these MCTS exams in any one of those three areas, once you pass that, then you can go take another exam, and passing this will give you your MCITP. Now, your MCTIP exam is kind of the premier exam, and notice they have an MCITP for Database Administrator 2008, and the exam is 70-450, and the title is Pro, and it's designing, optimizing, and maintaining a database server infrastructure using SQL Server 2008. Now, it takes everything that you learned in the MCTS exam, and it forces you to back out and look at it at a larger scale for larger companies, larger implementations, and to understand the thing more in a large-scale environment type thing. Then you have the developer side of MCITP, which is 70-451, and this exam is entitled Designing Database Solutions and Data Access Using SQL Server 2008. And then for the business intelligence, that exam is going to be 70-452, Designing a Business Intelligence Infrastructure Using SQL Server 2008. So again, the bottom line is, to be an MCITP, you need to pass, first of all, for example, if you want to achieve this on administrator, pass the MCTS exam, and then come past the MCITP exam, and boom, 2 tests, you have that MCITP certification on database administration. Or you can do it on developer or business intelligence, or you can do it on all three. I would suggest knocking out one at a time. But the MCITP looks really good on your resume, and you'll actually see it as a requirement out there a lot if you go to some of the job sites. So anyway, I wanted you to understand the certifications. This is a great idea if you're thinking this way. So that's how you would go about doing it. And I would again refer you out to Microsoft's website. Just go to Microsoft.com and you'll see a link somewhere across the top there about training and certifications, and you can go investigate this for yourself.